Hey everybody, this is Eric from OurJamz, and today we are going to do a quick overview of the Jam workstation. And our jam of the day is Cherry Hill by Clyde. The Jam workstation is the premium editor for our premium users. It's a more sophisticated version of audio and video editing than is available in the Quick Jam editor, which is free to everyone. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a peek. So click on the Jam Workstation button there, and we will go ahead and do a quick run through of some of the tools in here. Just first of all, for the layout, what you're looking at here is you have your video track across the top here. There's just one video track that will show here, so all of your edits go in there. And then below that, you have all your audio tracks here. And each individual recording can be on its own track, and the system will just sum them all up, and you can apply all your effects and everything to each of these tracks discreetly here. So we'll go through that in a little bit more detail later. Tools across the top, we have the record button, we have seek to the beginning, seek forward, your play button. Right here, this is the play bar right here, which shows you where you are in the song at any given point in time. This little button right here will hide it. If it's in your way and you're trying to do something, you can make it go away for you. Next here we have the global edit buttons. These buttons, when you click on one of these, it allows you to quickly change aspects across all these tracks at once. So if you want to change the volume across a lot of tracks at one time, you can do it this way. I can see right here that I've got a bunch of tracks that are muted, so they have a little slash through it right there that tells you it's muted. So I'm going to click on the mute button right here, and then all you have to do is click on each track and you'll see it unmuted all of them. Let's go ahead and take a listen to what this sounds like here, and then we can start playing around with these buttons and show you how they work. So let's go here, hit play. Alright, so first thing I want to do is let's go to the volume tool. Now when you click on one of these edit buttons, one of the things you'll notice is the play bar disappears. That's because you're going to be dragging around, it kind of gets in the way, so we hide it right now. So this will show you the absolute levels of volume for every track. So you can see this is a click track here sitting up at 3 dB. This is the main guitar there at the beginning, is at 0, etc. Let's go ahead and hit play and watch. We'll take the level here on the click track and play with it. Let's go ahead and drop it. Hopefully you can see how that works. And if you double click in here, it'll reset it to 0 dB, which is no boost, no cut. Okay, next we have the pan tool. It works in the same way as volume, except now the center here is marked with that white line. So you can see it says 0% center. This one's 5% off to the right. This one's negative 20%, so that's off to the left. Let's go ahead and take that click track again and move it around. Full left, full right, and again you can snap it back to the center. Okay, we already covered the mute tool. Let's go ahead and look at this button, which is the solo button. So all the tracks are dimmed right now, which is telling us that nothing is soloed. Let's say I want to solo bass guitar because it's awesome. Now you can see a little check mark appeared next to that track there, and it lit up here telling you that it's soloed now. So if I hit play, now you just hear the bass all by itself. Now this is not exclusive solo, which means you can click on additional tracks and they will also be soloed with all the other tracks muted. So I can go ahead and turn the guitar on too here, watch. Okay, and then if I turn both of these off, now nothing is soloed, and then everything will turn on again. All right, see how that works? Okay, this is add track, which is if I want to add a new track here that I can go do something with, I can put that right there, and we'll talk about how to use the tracks with the library and things in a later video. Next we have the lock button here. Let me turn the solo off there. So one of the things you notice here is all of these clips here have these little handles on them, which allows you to adjust where they start, where they end. And you can also drag them around here into different positions. I'm going to hit undo on my keyboard here and put that back the way it was. If you're trying to do something and you're afraid of dragging something around like that, you can hit this lock button there, and now all these are locked. Now I can't drag them around anymore, so it reduces the chance that I can mess something up doing that. Okie doke. Let's see what else. Here you have the title of the jam that we're working on. This shows you your current mix. You can click on that to see all the different mixes that are available. On the side here it says draft, and what that's telling you is you've made a change to your mix and you haven't saved it yet. If it's in the draft state, you're the only one that can see the version of this mix. Nobody else will see it. If they come along and look at Eric's mix, they will see the saved version of it, not the version you're working on. Which brings us to the menus over here. So you have the traditional undo, redo, delete tracks, and then here you have save mix. So if you're the owner of this mix, you can do a save current mix, and then that draft will go away. You can do revert to save mix, which will take the mix back to the state it was before you started messing with it. Save mix as, so if I want to make a new mix based on the current state of this mix right here, I can do that, and it'll tell you have to use a unique name to do that with. Convert to video we will cover in a later video, but you use that tool if you want to create a downloadable video that you can share to Facebook or YouTube or somewhere else. Then you have the restart recording studio. So if you're recording and you're getting error messages or your microphone's not showing up in the list or something like that, go ahead and try that. When you click on that, it'll ask you to reload the page afterwards, so make sure you do that, and hopefully that will take care of your problem. And finally, you have edit preferences here. You can go ahead and play around with these settings, and hopefully they're pretty self-explanatory. Audio only, though, is a little different. So up here in the left, we have a video preview window where you can see what's going on with your video. If you're on a slow network, you might try turning the video off, and you can do that by clicking this onto yes there, and then you won't get any video anymore. A couple other things just to round this out here. Across the bottom here is the timeline. So you can click here to go to different seat points. And now when I hit play, it'll always play from that position. And you can also use the space bar to start and stop. That's what I just did there. Here you have the zoom control. So if you want to zoom in and out, you can do that. You can also use the buttons here to zoom in and zoom out like so. Set structure here will allow you to mark the various pieces of the song where the verses and choruses and things like that are. Again, we'll cover that in another video. And then we have a little edit button there, which also allows you to edit the song structure. And again, we'll cover that in another video. Last but not least here is the library off on the right. So if you hover over this little thing that says library there, that panel will open up for you. And that allows you to see all the different videos and audio clips that have been uploaded. You have tabs across the top here to filter this, so you can see everything together here. Then you have just the videos here and then the audio here if you want to look at them separately. Now what these tabs mean, aligned video is something that was recorded in the system. And what aligned means is we know where that track is supposed to live in time. So all of these clips that are here, we know that it's supposed to be here in the song and not over here in the song, right? So in that sense, it's aligned to the jam. So they actually have not only where the audio or video is, we know where in time they belong. So you have aligned video here. And then unaligned video is things that were just uploaded directly, because if you upload a YouTube video or something else, we don't know what the timing of that is supposed to be. It could be anything, so those go into the unaligned category. And then finally over here we have audio, and this is aligned, unaligned, everything. It all goes into this tab here. And we'll spend some more time talking about how these tools work in another video later. And here, so lastly here you see you can add things to your library right here. You can just click and drag something into this region here to upload it, or you can just click right here and you can get to it that way. And then also you can click here to import a video. So if you have a YouTube URL or pretty much any other URL that has a video in it or the video itself, go ahead and give it a try, drop it in here, and the system will go ahead and upload it to our servers, and then it'll appear in your library here, and then you can use it. So that's going to give us the quick overview of the tool here. We'll go into a lot more detail of all these different features in subsequent videos, but hopefully that gives you an idea of how things work. Thanks, everybody.